Alright, well, I'm discovering some of the mysteries or secrets of this Romero Muller Dynamo. And there's a tremendous amount of work being done on this right now. And I think we're going to see a replication pretty darn soon. There's some real good, sharp people with good building skills building this right now. And this was a post that I pulled up off the Energetic Forum from, I believe it's Tyrannorod. I think it's just Rod. He's from Australia, I believe. And anyway, this is basically the design. It's of Romero's. It's a 8 magnet 9 coil. You can see it right there. And it's being run by a Hall sensor circuit. That's the circuit right there. There's two of them. It drives two different coils for the drivers, and the rest of them are generators. And on my approach was to build a model to learn about how and why this was doing before I invested the money, because this device that Romero built, they're coming in at the hundreds plus dollars for the parts. So until you understand what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend making a mistake on it unless you stick exactly to his design. Some of the guys are doing that, and I bet you we're going to see a replication within the next week or so. Whether it goes over Unity or not, I don't know, but replication, pure replication, I think is going to happen. But anyway, I discovered something today that will help out. At least it helped me. I was worried about the generator coils not producing enough voltage, and the more I researched and read, they were wondering if maybe the way this goes around in a bink, 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 because of the uneven magnet to coil arrangement, there might be a basic series type of thing going on, as well as the paralleling of the coils. Because in his design, he paralleled sets of coils around, and the paralleling of the coils that were in series here added up when it was running to the voltage, or better than the source. And sure enough, today I did a little experiment with a pair of my coils here, just two pairs, with two different bridge rectifier setups here. One is the Radio Shack one, the standard one, and one I made up with germanium diodes, which have a much less voltage drop. And I'm going to show the voltage coming out of the two pairs, and then the amp draw on the motor here. Let me start this up. By the way, I've got little washers and a magnet on the back here to work with that, and that does have an effect on the repulsive nature of these magnets, the attraction and the repulsion. So I'm going to be doing more work with that. And I haven't got the cores in them yet, but I'm going to be getting there too. Let me start this up here. And there goes the rotor spinning up. Here goes the voltage on the four generator coils, two pairs. The pairs are series. And this is the amp draw on the motor right now, the motor part of it. And this is the generator part of it. You can see how that's continuing to climb. That'll probably stabilize out here pretty soon. And I've got a little red LED that goes off at 1.5 volts that you can see how when I touch this on the circuit here, it lights up. And that's my load. That little red LED is my load for today. To show you that the load is on it. Now I'm going to leave this on here. There's the loaded voltage on the four generator coils, the two pairs. Unloaded, and there's loaded. And there's the amp draw on the motor loaded, and the amp draw on the motor unloaded. So you can see what the amp draw is on this. Loaded, unloaded. Loaded and unloaded. Okay, now this is the next part I wanted to show. This is with all these connected together here. They're in series, and then they're parallel. They're put together in parallel. Now I'm going to disconnect one set. This is the set with the germanium diodes, and watch what happens to the voltage. There is the Radio Shack voltage regulator right there. I'll put this back on. Now I'm going to disconnect the germanium diode one. That's the germanium diode one right there. So I get a better transfer of energy to the germanium diode bridge rectifier than they do the Radio Shack. But you'll notice that when I put them together, the two of them together, I get a higher voltage. And to me that was huge today when I discovered that even though these are in parallel, because of the way this rotor goes around here, I'm pretty sure you get an additional bump. And this was talked about in the forum, that the way this chases around and the way the coils are activated, we believe because these coils aren't being fired as far as the generator energized at the same time, they're cadenced. The dink, the dink, the dink, that you get this bump on the voltage. Now imagine with 7 of those going off in a sequence. Dink, 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 dink. You're going to get a bump every time that happens, and I think that's why the Romero Muller works, is that cadence of generation. Instead of all of them going on at one time or 3 of them going on at one time, they're going off in a series. And that's what gets the voltage up that you need in accordance with the amperage. So anyway, I had real good luck today and real good news with this, and I just want to share this, that this little learning tool has saved me a lot of time, I think, down the road when I want to build the real one. The other thing that I discovered was if you can't find the ferrite cores, I'm pretty sure Romero did it with this. This is a choke. And he said that in his post that he had found these chokes in a computer power unit and then taken the wire off it, and sure enough they fit inside these bobbins right here. And there's your ferrite core right there. Now you have to bore it out with a 1/4-inch drill, and then it fits. But you take the wire off of that, and then you bore out the bobbin, and then the core fits in there. And you can get 2, maybe 3 of them off one of these. And another thing is, here's 2 different sizes of sewing machine bobbins. This is from a Brother, and this is a Singer. And these are both available at Walmart. And go for the Brother. It's a bigger bobbin, and you get more wire on it. And I still don't know about the Litz wire. I'm going to wait till the guys come back with reports on whether to use Litz wire or not. But anyway, I am having success. It's just a case of going forward with this and figuring out what to buy and when and how to do this. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope this helped the guys that are doing the real replications.